Welcome guys to the 15th day of Vlogmas, 15th of December. I have gotten up early this morning and I've been doing some editing, but I did not manage to finish editing the video from yesterday. There was a lot to edit and I did wake up early, but I still have to leave for work at about 7:45, so there's only so much time, and I also needed to wash my hair this morning, so between it all, it wasn't going to happen, but it's good. You will get it when you get it, and I'm sure you will all be happy enough to receive it whenever you do. I am going to be having some breakfast in a minute. I'm having tea and an English muffin, but I wanted to do my advent calendars because when it's a long work day, I don't always feel like there's a ton of time in the evening, so I'm going to quickly do these. So it's my kusmi tea first. I feel like often when I feel cold, I want to do the kusmi tea one first, as if it's somehow going to warm me up, which doesn't really make sense, but that's, I think, just instinctively. So the 15th is over here. All right, it's just a classic Chinese green tea. Can't go wrong, right? And then Fabric Godmother. These are getting easier to find because there's less options available. 15th is down here. My sewing tip says, use beeswax on thread for smoother hand stitching and to avoid knots. Well, this is sweet. So it's a piece of beeswax with a bee on it. I'm trying to get it at a good angle because my lighting this morning is not great, but hopefully you can see that bee. I think that's really sweet. I do have another product that I use to pass the thread through if I'm doing a long line of hand stitching. I cannot remember the name of it right now because it's early and I'm tired, but I'm going to put it up on the screen so that you guys can see what it is that I'm talking about. I think it works in a very similar way, but from what I understand, you might have to also melt the beeswax. Hey, I think it'll be fun to experiment, and it's a very pretty piece of beeswax. It is a really cold one this morning. Apparently it's 19 degrees Fahrenheit, feels like 15, which is -7 Celsius, feels like -9. One way or another, guys, it is cold out there. I'm actually taking the tube into work today. I do tend to do that on most work days. I'm gonna have to make sure I'm very bundled up, covering my face with my scarf so that I do not freeze. I usually wear headphones on my commute to and from work, which makes it handy in the wintertime because they cover my ears, and that means that kind of like works like an earmuff as well as just being some kind of entertainment. I usually listen to podcasts on my commute to and from work. It's just a good distraction. It's some people keeping me company. I usually listen to a podcast that will make me laugh. I listen to sewing podcasts most of the time if they're available, but otherwise I often listen to NPR podcasts like This American Life, for example. Don't know what I'm going to be listening to today, but it keeps the journey going. I will catch up with you guys as much as I can throughout the day, but I think it's going to be a busy one, so there might not be a ton of me talking to you throughout the day, but I'll see what I can do. I'm on my way in and I'm going to the hospital this morning for a meeting first thing. There's a bagel shop right across the street from my hospital that do very good bagels, but more importantly for right now, they do a really good chai tea latte. It's pretty spicy, but not too sweet, which is just how I like it. So I think I need one of those to warm me up this morning. Hey guys, it's the end of the day. It ended up being a busy one as I expected, but I'm home, I am cozy, and I am ready to get myself wrapped up and tucked into bed. I'll be checking in with you again in the morning. See you then. Morning guys, it's the 16th of December now. I did just crash when I got home from work yesterday. It was a long day, you know, it's a full-on work day. I also woke up early, hoping to try and edit the video to get out to you guys. Didn't manage to get it out to you until today, which is all good. I knew that was always a potential, especially when there's a lot to edit together. So you got a bonus yesterday and today in one video tomorrow when I'm able to put it together for you guys. There wasn't a ton to show you guys from yesterday because I was just working and I was walking around in the area where I work and managed to catch some nice footage. There are these cool plaques around that tell you where famous people have lived because London's such an old historic city. There's a lot of really cool old buildings. The Alfred Hitchcock one that I showed you guys, I swear I'd been working in that area and walking past that building for years before I spotted that plaque. They are there, you know, quite obviously, but they're relatively small and you're just passing by so many buildings, it's easy not to notice. I'm sure there's even more that I haven't even realized are there. I wanted to open my advent calendars first thing this morning after I've already done my yoga, guys. I've got the Kusmi Tea advent calendar first because it's one of those cold mornings where I just want all the warm thoughts. 16th of December is over here. So this one is called Be Cool. I know this one because it's one that I've bought big tins of before. It's a big favorite of mine. It is plant, peppermint, lemon verbena, and licorice blend. I will say the licorice is fairly subtle. The peppermint even isn't very strong, but there's quite a mix of other herbs in there. I might have a look on their website and see if they have a bit more of a description because I feel like there's more to it than this. I'm definitely tasting some spearmint. It's almost like a soft mint flavor rather than a harsh peppermint flavor. I really love this. I was hoping to get one of these because I've run out of my big tins and I always want more Be Cool tea. Okay. Fabric Godmother. 16th is over here. So this is interesting. I feel like this is maybe giving us a hint about some of the future of the Fabric Godmother. It's another set of Fabric Godmother brand sewing labels. Interesting. So this one, I feel like it's going to be hard to show you guys. It says dopamine dressing. So this is a term that I've heard in the sewing community. I'm sure it's also a term in fashion community. I just don't really pay that much attention to it. But dopamine dressing is essentially just wearing lots of colors to make you happy. Colors definitely bring me joy. So often when people are dopamine dressing, they're wearing really bold, bright colors, often bright colors together and just enjoying the color. I think especially in the winter when it's really cold and there's a lot of black and dark and gray, wearing something a bit more vibrant can really lighten the mood. So I'm going to get myself some breakfast together before I head into work. This morning I'm doing more postnatal visits, walking around, so I'll show you if there's anything very much to show you while I'm going around. And then later on this evening I'm going out with my work colleagues. We're having a Christmas dinner. We're having a 3-course Christmas meal at Cote, which is a French restaurant. It's like a chain French restaurant. They do a very reasonable 3-course Christmas dinner and I'm really looking forward to spending a bit of time with my fellow midwives. I probably won't be able to show you much footage in there, but I can report back to you guys on the other side. But I will see what we find throughout the day. It's one of those nights where I had to take a really convoluted route home because the London Underground are an absolute disaster this evening. I ended up having to take a bus. My husband's coming to meet me by the bus stop just to be nice and carry my heavy bag for me. I will say we had such a good time going out. I'm so glad that we did that. The food was awesome. It was actually free champagne. I'm not going to say no to free champagne. But yeah, it's been a long journey coming home, but on the plus side, near to the bus stop where I am, there are some really nice Christmas decorations that I wanted to show you guys anyway. So I get to show you tonight. Home sweet home, guys. It is good to be home where it's nice and cozy, and I want nothing more than to put on a nice cozy loungewear set, possibly an hoodie, make a cup of tea, and just relax and get myself off to bed. I will be checking in again with you tomorrow. It's a weekend, so I got a little bit more time to myself, and I'll be excited to show you what I get up to. See you then. Bye.